older.
Yeah, that's correct.
2 weeks.
But it's interesting that they changed the law now. Okay, we are live.
All right.
Thank you. I call to order the Zandt County Workshop of the Commissioners Court on Wednesday, January 19th, 2022 at 11:16 a.m. We do have a quorum established. No public comments. Scott, this workshop is on Grant Works Projects Workshop for the American Rescue Plan. Mr. Bass will be joining us shortly.
Easy breakfast. We've been exchanging emails while y'all were in the session, so.
Good.
I know it's around.
Did he give you any indication when he's going to be sworn in? Where we at on the bond? We tell Christian.
Rusty's got stuff ready, we just gotta get things.
Oh, I can't read it. And as soon as we get this,
Is he waiting around? He's sworn before he picks the car up.
tell him hang around then.
I'll take a few minutes to go through Jessica on the payroll. He don't get set up easy. He doesn't get set up easy.
And after he gets sworn in under the reserve deputies or whatever they call it, they automatically stay.
No,
He'd have to come back first.
he'll be appointed head of agency.
Get them in.
He'll have to re-swear them in if he wants.
Is he coming in? Okay. Well,
He's
I
waking
guess I
up.
called this too early.
Well, he's been waiting on.
Is there anything on the
There
order?
he is. He's coming.
Will ask. Maybe I'll end up saying.
Turn up TV.
Hello, everyone. William Bass with Grant Works here on the line.
Okay,
Good morning.
we have called the workshop to order. Did you want, is there anything, Mr. Bass, you want to address us on as far as the ARP money?
Yeah, I can just provide just a quick update to everyone. I know I got the contract out for the services for the tower project. Sent that over to Chad last night. I apologize about the delay in that. Our team was finalizing the edits on it, but looks like they got it done last night at 5. And so that's been sent over to Van Zandt and the engineering firm. Did you guys sign it or pass it as a resolution this morning, or?
Well, sir, you sent over a generic plug and play contract with no information on it that Trot hadn't even had yet to send back to us. There's nothing we
Right.
can act on related to that, sir. And you had 2 weeks of time. Trot's been asking all week long to get it. I mean, this is nothing but a level of incompetence, sir. That's what this is.
Yeah, I apologize about that. I mean, I've been, I was just communicating information I was getting from, my management team in regards to when that would be ready. Yeah, so I unfortunately there was not much else that I could do to expedite it, but
Is
yeah.
there someone else I can talk to help? you need somebody with your management team I can talk to help understand that we have a process we need to do and that we need competence for our money we spent?
I'm not sure exactly how to answer your question, sir. I mean, yeah, I'm not
Well,
exactly.
we did not vote or approve anything in the commissioners court. We just finished it. Matter of
Okay.
fact, that's why we're running late now. We just
Okay.
now finished commissioners court. But it was not on the agenda and there wasn't anything
Okay.
passed, in there.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, so in regard to the file conversion project, I heard back from our procurement team on the use of whether we'll need to create a proposal or if we could go with Texas Smart Buy. And I was advised by them that Texas Smart Buy is not compliant with 2 CFR as their contracts have been procured by the state of Texas and follow the Texas government code and admin code rather than federal regulations. So we will need to all work with you guys to put together a proposal that will solicit, that we'll put out on the street. I've also asked CoFile to register with sam.gov. So they should be in the progress of doing that as that is required per the federal rules here that all vendors must be registered with sam.gov. So they should be in the process of doing that so that, you know, when they submit after we get this proposal out, they'll be good to go if we want to go with their bid.
Okay.
Any questions regarding that, the CoFile project?
So you're going, now I don't remember that company's name. You're going to work with them. Grant Works is going to work with them to get them signed up. Is that what you?
Yeah, so I need to work with, I'll probably work with, I forgot my contact's name at Van Zandt that Sandy gave me. I'll work with Karen. I believe.
Wilson.
Yeah, Karen. So I'll work with Karen to put together a proposal to get that, and then we'll put that out on the street and solicit that to the hubs, and then we'll have CoFile and anyone else who wants to submit a proposal to us, go ahead and do that, and then we can select a vendor.
Okay.
So that's how we'll proceed with that, and that'll cover all our bases in terms of having that procurement compliant.
You have any questions, Sandy? No question. Anybody have any questions? Okay. Anything else, Mr. Bass?
Yeah, and third issue is the working with Scott on the purchase of that cybersecurity software, and we're getting closer to that. We're again having Synergy, the folks who provided the lowest bid so far, register with sam.gov. As I mentioned, vendors must be registered, and Scott did send out an email to the hubs on his list. So yeah, we're moving closer to selecting a vendor for that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all.
Did you want to address anything, Chip?
I think I made my addresses.
Is there anything you can do to help?
Well, yeah, that's what I was asking, sir. Is there anyone I can speak to help? You seem to be having trouble with your management team. I mean, this was a generic contract. It could have been sent over any time. It took 2 weeks to get it. I mean, is there anyone I can speak to help? Anything I can do?
I mean, I'm not sure what else, what further help I could, another individual at GrantWorks could provide at the moment. I mean, that the contract that I sent over contains the as far as I understand, the ARP terms and conditions that are required between an engineering firm and Van Zandt County, and then I forgot the name of the engineering firm, but they would further fill out the information in there with their price and stuff, and then it would contain the price and then all the ARP terms and conditions.
Did you want to, William, did you want to cover the final rule?
Yeah, so so let me make sure I address Commissioner LaPrad's questions and concerns. Is there anything further on that?
Well, who's gonna do the final draft of the contract? Is the county responsible for filling in the blanks? After Trot gets finished, or?
No, so that would be Trot would fill out the contract with their information regarding their pricing and stuff.
Have you submitted stuff to try that we're gonna need, information?
We haven't got to that level yet. We're still trying to get a contract signed so we can start working on it.
I don't know what's a holdup on that, because it's generic.
Hey, well, what happened is, Sean's been trying all week long to get a copy of what they need so they can fill out and get to us. We could approve it this
Got
morning.
you.
Well, last night about 5, a little before 5, we got just a generic cut and copy paste sample
I seen
contract
that this morning.
that anybody could have sent at any time and filled out. Well, since we just got it last night, Trump just got it last night. We know we're gonna be a day or two before they get their portions of that done and back to
Right.
us. And so we can't move forward with them until that comes back and we approved it, which could possibly 2 weeks from now. So it's a setback. And, it is the time crunch here is just picking the route we're going so we can get our dispatch project going.
Yeah, I
And the
understand
2 week
that.
Setback is really hitting us hard on time when it could easily have been handled. I mean, we've known 2 weeks is generic. We could have sent it over a week ago and we could have processed it. Other question I have is with this new ruling where the 10,000 is available for lost revenue and we can, the 10 million
Mhm.
is available for lost revenue.
Yes,
So
sir.
that means we can move it and spend it pretty much wherever we want, right?
Well, so GrantWorks is advising folks who are pursuing projects that would obviously fall into, one of the existing categories that exist. So if it's a communication project or a broadband or water and sewer, then we are advising clients to slot, so that we slot projects into those slots and that we follow the additional requirements of putting projects in those particular expenditure categories. So that's what we're advising folks to do. So yeah, with the 10 million, that is a new huge addition to the final rule. That does allow that to be used in the lost revenue category. However, we still need to, be following all the 2 CFR procurement steps as adopted by Van Zandt County. With the that I'm following, for the co-file project and the cybersecurity, the procurement policy that you guys have on file. So that 10 million does open up a lot of freedom, but however, if there has been decided to pursue a project that obviously goes in an existing category, that we put it in that category and follow the additional reporting requirements for those kind of projects.
So we still need to jump through the federal hoops with the money, even if we do move it over.
Not gonna hurt. Go ahead.
I said, so we still need to follow the federal purchasing practices, even if we move it into lost revenue.
Exactly. Yeah. So if we're going to buy that roof, if we're going to, pursue that roof project for the courthouse, I know that's something that's been spoken of previously. Yeah, we still need to follow all the same ARP terms and conditions. And, one of those being the federal purchasing guidelines.
Well, are you talking the same way with roads and bridges? We still got it.
Yeah. So we can do roads and bridges under that lost revenue category. There is a new category called capital infrastructure also with the final rule. I'm looking at exactly what would go in there, kind of further studying it myself, but for sure roads and bridges could be done under, we could do that under lost revenue also.
Well,
But
I certainly, we're just meeting together, so I haven't talked to Mr. Milton. I don't believe we're gonna have enough money to do the jail, although it needs to be done. So since this has happened, I wanted us to talk on maybe we could use the money left over from this radio stuff on our road infrastructure, because that's what we get hit on the most as part of the problem. But
Yeah.
I don't mean to spring this on you.
No,
Virgil,
no,
but
but we don't know how much money is gonna be left over.
Right, yeah,
That's the problem.
after the radio project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we don't know what, and we hadn't committed to spend, we just are looking for proposals right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
But if, I don't know, you say about 6 million. And so that's probably about 5 million left over.
well, yeah, with 6 million for that, if that's 6 million, and then we have, you know, the file conversion project, which is, you know, right now, the one quote that exists says 800 something thousand. And then Scott's cybersecurity purchase, that's around that'll probably be around 60 something thousand. So yeah, those are the kind of the current obligations.
So that still, to me, is gonna leave somewhere around $5 million left.
Correct. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. The jail is kind of on the back burner right now.
Okay.
The last time we had a meeting, they wanted a little courtroom inside somewhere, and I'm working on that right now to get a little courtroom, but I mean, yeah, roads is a concern, jail, I mean, we're gonna have growth, and if you have growth, you have to be, there's people gonna be put in jail.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to make a decision on that, but I mean, it's still out there, and we're still working on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the roofs is, I mean, I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I don't think roofs is very high on the list, is it?
No roofs up, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, but we talked about radio, jail. I don't think you got enough money for roofs. We'll see. But that's all discussion that we're
Yeah.
here.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else, Mr. Bass?
No, that's all I have in terms of an update. I can send you some information I have regarding the final rule and some there's a cool 40-page breakdown that there's a 400-page document, which is the final rule, and then there's a 40-page summation of the final rule that I can send over to the commissioner's court if y'all are interested in.
We have
We
it.
got it.
Oh, you have that? Okay,
And
great.
I know several of us have watched webinars on it
Yeah, okay,
and everything. So I think we're pretty familiar with it. Would you agree? Sam?
okay, cool.
Yeah, I think we're,
We went to school on it.
and so, well, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Anyone, I guess one quick, the contract, we're gonna get that to, I guess,
Trot has it, and they said they'll be working on it today, and they might be able to get back with us this afternoon.
okay.
And so once we get that back in hand, I'm sure you'll get a copy as well, and we'll know what we have available for, as a court, to go through to enter the contract with them for their services.
Yep.
Other question, I have one other question, talking about the road stuff.
Yes, sir.
If we do use some of this money for road and bridge, will we use our normal purchasing procedures for materials and equipment, or is there a federal process for that as well?
Yeah, again, every dollar of the ARP money that's being used would need to follow the procurement manual that you guys adopted for federal purposes, which, you know, lays out all those 2 CFR 200 steps, you know, of doing a cost price analysis from the engineer, and you know, soliciting to the hubs, and having the ARP terms and conditions in there, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, we do always, when using ARP money, need to follow the 2 CFR 200 procurement policy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions for him before we let it go? Thank you, Mr. Bass. Thank you for
Well,
attending.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
You bet. So, did y'all want to discuss the roads? I mean, we're here together.
Well, that just, when that came up on the, we made our list up, It was
Right.
radios, jail, the stuff we've already approved. But when that came up, it opened a whole new page for me. And I wanted to talk to you guys about maybe spending some of the money, not that your project is not very important, Virgil, but I just want, and I don't think there's gonna be enough money left to do what we need to do at the jail.
And there may not be, because I don't really have a price right
Yes.
now on.
Neither one.
Because we're still trying to figure out, we're trying to add that little courtroom in there and stuff. So I don't really have a price on what it would cost, but obviously if it came back, I don't know, 4 million or 4.5, 5 million. Well, that'd be a worthy project.
Well, if it's that low, we would have the money.
That's what I'm saying. But if it comes back, over what we have to spend, then we certainly can look at other projects.
So would you think that the jail would be? If you, let's say we have $4 million.
Yeah, right.
Would you think you would go with the jail, or would you say, okay, guys, we got $4 million we can spend on roads here. Let's take $1 million and let's fix these roads.
It'd be tempting.
That's what we're
It'd be
doing.
tempting.
I mean, that's what you're, I think
Yeah.
that's what you're looking at.
Yeah, well, and we'll see.
Because I'm thinking, what do you get the most complaints on?
It looks like to me, even to spend it on roads, my gosh, the protocol we're gonna have to follow
That's what I was asking.
would be.
Gonna be the same thing we're going through with this.
It'd be, just to get a load of a mix down here, we had to contact the White House to get some stuff.
Yeah, I think we'd have to jump through some hoops.
Oh, yeah.
And it may be that we have to, what we're gonna do, we may have to bid out to have some contractor do it, but we could still.
He said you're gonna have to use the engineer. Yeah. So it looks like to me, you would have to use the engineer and then pick the road you want laid down and have somebody do it for you.
Yeah,
Go out for bid.
we couldn't do it ourselves.
Not going through this.
But with the.
You know, we've got
equipment
some
and
other
stuff,
stuff. I've got like my RPM water board, they've contacted us, want to know what they can get, if they can get anything to redo the line. And
Yeah,
I
well,
told them, come up with a project price and bring it to us
Well,
and we'd see.
But that's what we discussed earlier, is if they go out there and they spend it and it's not spent correctly, then we're on the hook for it.
Yeah,
Not them, we are. And they've got to comply with all those certifications.
right.
They've got to be compliant with our procedure policy. that we-
yeah.
And if they're not, then we'll pay it back.
And there is other things like I've for sure got a bridge I've got to replace. And there is some room now on capital improvements to road and bridge through this lost revenue that would certainly help. So we might look at things like that we've got to do,
Yeah,
that would qualify.
I'm not opposed to that at all, because I've got some work too that I need to be done, but I'm just saying, let's see what we're gonna, what. it's
Well, I
gonna
just wanted
cost.
to talk to you, make sure
Yeah.
that you weren't just. hey,
I'm not just
How far
so-
jail or nothing
No,
else.
no,
Okay,
no.
good, thank you.
All lines clear? Everybody is.
are empty.
Are hungry?
Huh?
I'm not sure that Chad was.
You don't think Chad was clear?
Chad's had my seat, go home, sleep overnight.
Yeah, imagine if I'd
You
answered
didn't
last
have to go
night.
home and sleep, you just need to lay back.
Okay, I guess we're done. We'll have another one in 2 weeks. Anything we need to cover, Sandy? Yeah, well, it's a workshop. I don't think you do, but we can do. We can. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Let's go.
I got one from.
Yes, sir.
We got a second from Commissioner Melton. All in favor, say aye. We are adjourned.